Greetings, YouTube. I find myself pondering the idea of how do we separate the artist from the art? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, can you separate what someone has created, if that someone is, in your opinion, reprehensible, from the art that they have created? Or is that art intangibly tainted? Like, I don't want anything to do with Polanski's. I don't want anything to do with uh, now I can't remember his name. The guy married his stepdaughter, Woody Allen. I don't want anything to do with his films either. They're both men with power that have used that power in reprehensible ways, and yet are still allowed to continue to create art by the community that will then consume that art. If everyone just stopped consuming their art, they might still continue to make it, but there would be no audience for it. But then there are actors that I find reprehensible. James Wood has turned out to be a conservative nut job. Kevin Spacey is a sexual assaulter. He's tainted Baby Driver for me, an absolutely beautiful action film, one of the best action films I've seen ever. And yet, the very concept that it's about a powerful man manipulating and using a young boy, who eventually becomes a young man, is just too close to the mark of what he does in real life. And then we have Chris Pratt. Now, I find Chris Pratt's presence on screen absolutely enchanting. Okay, the films I've seen him in, I have loved. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2 are my two favorite Marvel movies. In fact, I would go so far as to say those together knock Star Wars out of my canon of science fiction films as my favorites. They are just so wonderful. The art that James Gunn was able to create along with those actors, absolutely phenomenal. But Chris Pratt has shown himself to be a really bad dude. At first, it was just that he joined a super conservative church because of his wife. That was very questionable. You're allowing yourself, your fame, to bring attention to a church that is absolutely openly anti-LGBTQ. All right, they are bigots, and you have allied yourself with bigots, and you are amplifying their message because you are famous, you are a celebrity. But then it comes out that he's actually conservative, and as in, like, he voted Republican in the last election. When I meet Republicans in the real world, I want nothing to do with them. I won't do business with them if I can avoid it. I won't talk to them. I will not engage with them, and I will not socialize with them. I work with lots of Republicans, but if it's not job related, they don't exist. I see right through them like they're not there. I want nothing to do with them. So what do I do with the new movie that's coming out in the next couple of years? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I really want to see that movie. I really want to see where these interlocking films are going. But Chris Pratt's allegiance to conservatism, both on the political and on the religious scale, appalls me. So how do I separate that? Or can't I? How do I enjoy Firefly and Serenity? Firefly, probably the best science fiction season ever made. And Serenity, right up there as an incredibly good adventure film. When the director and the writer of the director is a monster. All right. It got so bad that the crew on Buffy made sure that he was never alone with Michelle Trachtenberg. Literally, they wouldn't let him be alone with her for fear of what would happen. Look at the women he casts in his films. He's casting the type of woman he wants. That's gross. Joss Whedon does not deserve our money. He does not deserve our eyes, does not deserve our attention. But can I enjoy Firefly and Serenity again? I haven't been able to watch either since I found out what he's done. Will I ever be able to? So, what do we do? How do we separate that, or can't we? Does it just mean that get to a certain point we can't enjoy the art out there because the people that made it are reprehensible in our eyes? Do I have to wait until there's another generation of artists that come forward who've come to accept the world around them and understand how their actions affect others, and maybe a generation that are ethically and morally superior to the ones that exist right now, that are more concerned with their fellow human beings than their own ego and their fame? I don't know if that's ever going to happen. There are good people out there in the entertainment industry, good writers, good directors, good actors, and I will give them my eyes and my money. But sadly, there are some very bad ones. But they create things that really interest me. So can I separate it, or do I just have to walk away? And I don't know the answer. So, tell me, you thought about this? Have you found a resolution? Should I walk away from all of the art of the people I don't like? Or separate them from their art and just enjoy the art in its own right? I don't know. What do you think?